Hey everybody on Instagram, how y'all doing? This Miss Jerri. How y'all doing? Hello, hello. Come on in. I am Hey Rig on Wheels, how you doing? Look, I'm live across all my platforms. I got my YouTube family, I got my Facebook family, my Life on the Road Recruiting on Instagram and on Facebook. Um, So hello everybody, good evening. I am uh I am got a couple of things that I wanted to share tonight. I've already been talking to quite a few people, but I want to share with everybody just across all of my platforms, Life on the Road, Recruiting and Transportation Services. Um, so, as you know, we are growing, we are expanding. Um, we've got our digital platforms up across the board, and we have a lot of customers. We've gotten a lot of clients just over the last couple of weeks. Um, and moving into 2021, we started um, building our building our brand and bringing in more contract recruiters. So tonight's Sunday night live. Look, everybody in my family has been watching football all day, and I've been just kind of just kind of chilling and relaxing and getting ready for the week. But I wanted to come on and just kind of talk about what we're doing starting February the 15th. So February the 15th is going to be our go live date for our very first training. Hey Camille, how you doing? Thanks for hopping on. So but yes, February 15th is going to be our go live date for our new contract recruiters that are coming on. So I wanted to open it up across all my platforms. If you go on our YouTube, you can see the full webinar that I recently did for a lot of independent recruiters that were interested in coming on. This is going to be a very short live, just kind of talking about how you can get into trucking if you haven't really, you've been thinking about getting into trucking because the trucking, listen here, the trucking industry is a billion-dollar industry, okay? In 2019, it was an $800 billion industry. $800 billion was made in trucking in 2019, okay? So there are so many people looking for different ways, different avenues to get a piece of this pie. All right. And we have been in business since 2017 as a contract recruiting agency. And what we do, we work with anybody from your mega carriers, helping them to find qualified drivers, all the way to your small fleet owners. And it could be your one, two, three truck carriers that are looking for drivers. And so over the years, our services have evolved. Not only do we, find drivers, but we also help with business setup. We do, transportation industry entrance, consultations. There's a multitude of services. We're adding a dispatch division in 2021. So these are just things that we have been able to add and incorporate just from building our relationships with our operators, with our drivers, with the owners, fleet owners out there. They'll reach out, and I'm working with them on one thing, and then they'll say, oh well, Miss Jerri, do you do this? Or, oh well, Miss Jerri, can you help me with this? And then that turns into a full-blown service. So but our primary service, our initial service that we entered into the trucking industry as, was truck driving recruiting. And so we have over 70 companies that we recruit for. And when I say over 70 companies, I mean your big boys. Your U.S. Express, Transport America. There's just a slew of them. I can name drop all day, but I won't. Okay, so we have those companies already in our arsenal. Your mid-sized carriers with 200-300 trucks, and again your small carriers. So why am I here today? What am I talking about today? So today Um, I'm talking to those of you looking to enter the industry or add something else, add a new service to your current service offering that you already have. And what I encourage that service to be is a truck driving recruiter and a contract recruiter. And so basically, you're contracted by companies, by small fleet owners, by mid-sized carriers to find them drivers. So you go, you source the drivers, whether it's through any of our sourcing methods. We use anywhere from your job boards, ZipRecruiter, Craigslist, all of those job boards. I can drop them all the way to, of course, social media. Social media is one of the best ways that we find our qualified drivers. But you got social media. We have over 20,000 drivers in our database currently, that um, we actually recruit from. And so these are drivers that we worked with over the years, that we have established a relationship with. And we're not just a one-time recruiter. Our drivers come back to us over and over again. So whether, you know, um, they find something on their own, it's not working out, or we find them something, they come back to us because they trust that we're going to put them with something that works for them and their family at that particular time. Now, what do? We follow the process of the driver from the beginning all the way to the end. So from the time that they contact us, the initial contact, putting the application in, following the process, being like the go-between of the companies, all the way until the driver is actually hired, by attending orientation. So, there may be occasions where we help with the setup. There may be occasions where we their travel setup, whether to get to orientation. There's different instances where we might help with that, but in the majority of the cases, the client will take care of that. They cover the cost for travel. We essentially just follow the driver and make sure that the driver has everything that they need, hand holding, so to speak. Um, so I just want to be able to share with everyone that our agency is opening up to incorporate more recruiters into our agency. We will be having a class. Our first class will be on February the 15th, Monday. It will be a 5 to 10 day class, and that's just going to depend on how fast of a learner you are. The first few days will be like database, learning the database, getting acclimated with some of the terminology and language. Um, but it's a work from anywhere. So as long as you have a good internet service, as long as you have the ability to, you don't want to use your personal phone, you can download one of the apps and pay for the apps to actually communicate with the drivers on. um, we have a separate business phone line that we communicate with our drivers on. We also have a texting software where we can text our drivers and share the great news of the awesome jobs that we have available for them. Um, But again, it's a work from anywhere opportunity. The startup cost is low. Sometimes there's $5,000, $10,000 to that you need to start up a business. The startup cost in the recruiting field, in the truck driver recruiting field, is not as expensive. So you're looking at less than 2,000, $1,500, $2,000 to get started, get your business started up. Now, do you need that, $1,500, $2,000 right at once? No. Um, you just need the here's what you really need. Okay, you need the ability to log in from anywhere, work on a laptop. You need a headset because it's easier with a headset. You need good internet service, very good internet service. You have to have that. And you need, and this is something that money cannot buy. And I always tell my new recruiters that come on that this is something that you can't pay for. And it's drive, determination, hustle, grit, grind, like however you want to describe it. Okay. In order to be able to be successful in this, you have to have those characteristics and qualities. Anybody can do this. You can be coming from the teaching field. You can be coming from the healthcare field. It doesn't matter what field that you come from, but you just have to be personable and be able to talk to people and be able to keep pushing forward, to keep pushing forward. So that is one of the, definitely some of the things that you need. You need to be a great communicator, a self-starter, because nobody's going to tell you, hey, you need to work this many hours a day, you need to do this many times a day. It is commission work. Okay, so it is commission work. So if you are not used to commission, you don't work, you don't eat. You don't hire a driver, you don't eat. Okay, so it's very important that you learn as much as you can, and that you take it all in and really hit the ground running, because it's a very, very lucrative industry. Okay, it's a very lucrative sub industry in the trucking industry. And let's talk about how lucrative it is. Okay, so to a lot of our clients pay anywhere between $500 to $3,000 for a driver. Um, our and it, when I say 3,000, those are going to be your harder to fill positions. So the positions are a little bit harder to fill. Like, for example, like a dollar store. You may earn, 15, $2,000 hiring a driver who is willing to work on a dollar store account, because those are your more your jobs that are plentiful. There are dollar stores everywhere. Everybody is hiring a dollar store driver, and if you can get that driver to go with that particular company, that company is willing to pay you and compensate you for that particular driver. Now, we do companies generally pay. It takes about 3, sometimes 4 weeks to be paid. So that's definitely something, when you're a recruiter, that you have to take into consideration, that you're not going to be making $5,000, $6,000 right off the bat. Can you? Absolutely. But there is a learning curve. So when I say there's a learning curve, there's just, there's things that you have to learn, have to know. You have to understand the different guidelines, hiring guidelines, and requirements of each particular company. Is that difficult? Absolutely not. It's just listening, understanding, and being able to apply what is presented to you. So, like I said, our agency is growing. We are bringing in and welcoming in new contract recruiters under our agency. To join our agency, There is a cost. There's a cost for everything, okay? So to join our agency, there is a one-time fee. All right. That fee is $500. So for a one-time $500 fee, you are able to join our agency. Now, we break it down by your commission. So everybody is going to start at 50% commission. Now, we won't take that commission out until you've earned your $500 back that you put in up front. Okay, so you're going to get that $500 back that you pay. However, once you earn that back by hiring drivers, we won't take any commission out. So everybody starts at 50. You progress to 60% after 5 hires, and then your final increase of 65% after 10 hires. So average hire, again, like I said, pays between anywhere from 500 on the low end, and that's few and far between. 500. The majority of them are upwards of 700, 800, all the way up to 25, $3,000 per hire. So if you did not realize, because I have so many people that do not realize the how lucrative it is to be a contract truck driver and recruiter. That the industry is very lucrative. It's very competitive as well. So it is a very competitive industry. You just have to be better than the next person, okay? And the other thing, as a recruiter, you have to be able to build relationships, okay? A lot of my drivers will tell another driver about me, and they'll tell another driver, but it's because I've built a relationship with that particular driver, or help them out in some way. I've had drivers tell me, man, Miss Jerri, I was sleeping on my sister's couch before you was able to help me. So like, we changing lives out here. When I like, I had that driver tell me that. His name was Dominique. He told me that, and he was like, man, Miss Jerri, you just don't know. I was sleeping on my sister's couch before you found me this job. And he was like, he was at a point to where he thought he couldn't get anywhere else because of his situation on his MVR. And, he had some background issues and stuff like that. But I was able to find a company, and that's one of the that's how important it is to be able to get, if you're going to do this, it's important to be able to get with somebody that has options. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting into the truck driver recruiting industry, you got to get with somebody that has options, because every driver, there's not like a cookie cutter driver. Okay, every driver has, different situations going on. They got different instances going on with their MVR, with their criminal background. Some of them uh, can't pass a hair test, believe it or not. And some of them can only do urine. So it's important that you have different options for them to be able to choose from. Felony friendly options that only do local. I got those. I got options that only do regional. I got over the road, up and down all day long. But when you work under someone who has the contracts already done, whether it's with a mega or with a smaller carrier, it's imperative that you find that. Whether you come here or whether you go somewhere else, you want to be able to give your drivers options as a truck driver recruiter. Um, but it's new drivers entering the industry daily. So they're drivers that are coming in to trucking like regularly. There's new students, there's drivers, recent grads, there's drivers, with 3 months. I got companies that will take you with 3 months experience. I got companies that will take you with, you got to have 6 months experience starting out. So there's there's variety. There's variety to be able to choose from. But just to recap, because I didn't want to go be real long winded on this, because look, I'll go all day long, y'all. I'll be out here talking all night long about how to be a truck driving recruiter, um and what you can make, and how lucrative it is, and the startup costs. And look, I'll be all day long out here talking about how to be a truck driver recruiter. So but no, I just want to recap. We over at Life on the Road Recruiting are welcoming new recruiters, new contract recruiters to work with us under our umbrella. um if you don't want to work with us, that's okay. We can teach you how to open your truck driving recruiting business and how to get it started. But the only thing that I ask from you, you're going to pay us, okay? You're going to pay for our expertise and our knowledge. But I will ask that you don't come half stepping. You got to come ready to learn, ready to work, ready to put the pedal to the metal, because you got to be better. I want you to be better than me. You got to be better than the next recruiter out there, because Miss Jerri gonna bring them in. Miss Jerri gonna bring them in. She gonna get them hired. I need you to bring more in than me, okay? I need you to get more drivers hired than me, and I need you to take like I do, take a personal interest in these drivers. I got drivers right now that I hired, 2, 3 years ago, that still call me every month saying, "Hey, Miss Jerri, how you doing? How's everything going? I'm good. I'm still good at my job, but I just called to see how you was doing." Or I'll shoot them a text, or I'll touch base with them, and just keep in touch. Just keep in touch, because it's all about relationships. Because I won't, and I'm sure some of y'all drivers that's listening in on my IG, or on YouTube, or on my Facebook, y'all done heard something about Miss Jerri, whether it was at a truck stop, at a diner, or somewhere. You heard something about Miss Jerri, because my job is to really make sure that my drivers are happy where they are, okay? Whether it's a 1099, whether it's a W-2, I just want to make sure that my drivers are happy, that they're taken care of. And so if you come to work under our umbrella, under our agency, you gotta be you gotta have that same mentality that Miss Jerri has when it comes to taking care of drivers. That's very, very important to me, because for one, I wouldn't have nothing in my house if it wasn't for a driver, okay? For two, drivers make this world go round. They are the ones that keep America moving. And so they have to be happy. And if they're not happy where they at, look, Miss Jerri gonna find them somewhere else, number one. But we don't want them to be miserable, okay? They're already out here, moving our freight and stuff, and not with their families, not seeing some of them, not the majority of them, let me say that, not seeing their families and stuff like that every day. So it's just important that we do what we can to get them the most money, get them as much home time as they're looking for. If I got it, I guarantee you, I'm gonna tell you about it. That we, just make sure they straight, make sure they good. And if they're some of the drivers that we have that come into the industry and they want to learn and they want to eventually own their own truck, guess what? We helping them with that. Okay, we got sources. We can help them as they continue to grow in the industry and be able to eventually, get their own trucks, open their own business. And guess what? Miss Jerri gonna put a driver in their trucks. Okay. So it's just like, I like it to be like a full circle. I like it to be like a full circle where, we helping them get in the industry, and then, bam, they done grew up and they grown now. They got their own thing going, and we helping them build their own thing. So it's very rewarding. It's a very, very rewarding um, career. It's a very rewarding business. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I can help the drivers that I do help. and the companies, the fleet owners that I do help, that I have worked with, and all of y'all that have told others about Miss Jerri. Because look, y'all spreading the word. We've been busy out there. That's why I need some new contract recruiters. Okay, but so I'm gonna sign off. I have some other things I need to do this evening, but I wanted to come on real quick and just share that. Let me check my comments before I go off. Hey Ed, how you doing? Yes, I am busy, and I am bringing in more recruiters onto Under Life in the Road. So, yep, I know you've been telling, look here, Ed, you've been telling everybody that you know to reach out to me. And they calling too. And they calling, and I'm getting them drivers. Look, I ain't just getting them drivers, I'm getting them good drivers, and they're happy. So that makes me happy. Hey Leonard, how you doing? How you doing? Look here, Leonard. I am reaching and teaching and helping and pushing these drivers. Leonard from Cali. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Ed, I sure appreciate you telling all of your friends in the trucking industry, all of your friends that's getting in the trucking industry, how I can help them. So I just appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you, David. Yes, this is a recruiter position. I am opening up recruiters, bringing in more recruiters under my agency. Okay, so how can you get in touch with me? So you can get in touch with me a couple of ways by first texting, calling. That's fine. 832-384-5689 is how you can call or text me. You can also visit our website. It is www.lotrrecruiting.com. Again, that's www.lotrrecruiting.com. And I have an application on there. If you're interested in this recruiting opportunity, I already have a recruiting application on there. Just click that link. It'll come right to me. I do the screening because look, I ain't taking everybody into my agency. Okay, you have to be a certain breed. Everybody ain't gonna be a good fit. Okay, but if you're a good fit, if I think that you can do this based on some of the criteria that I'm looking for, then I will welcome you with open arms. Okay. But yes, again, my number is scrolling. If you're on the YouTube, it's scrolling across the bottom. It's 832-384-5689. And then the website is www.lotrrecruiting.com. And you can also DM me. You can also send us a DM, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Leave a comment, and we will get back with you. All right, y'all. So again, it was great. I enjoyed the conversation with y'all. Leonard, Ed, David, thanks y'all for hopping on to the YouTube and communicating and commenting. I look forward to hearing from y'all. All right, bye-bye.